Why did the kid who carried everyone's GPA finally snap? My friend Clay was basically our group's unpaid tutor. Since freshman year, he'd been sharing every single note he took with the entire friend group. He'd spend hours after class color coding them, adding diagrams, and uploading them to a shared Google Drive organized by subject and date. Last semester, he made 47 study guides that saved everyone's grades during finals. He even created practice quizzes with answer keys that perfectly matched what showed up on tests. And Clay never asked for anything in return. He'd always say knowledge should be shared freely. But honestly, I was the only one who actually studied with him instead of just downloading his work. I felt bad watching him spend Friday nights making flashcards while everyone else partied. At this point, people just expected his notes to appear in the drive like magic. But this April of senior year was different. Clay's dad had a heart attack and was in the emergency room for 2 weeks. Clay had to miss classes to be at the hospital, and he sent one simple message to our group chat asking if someone could record advanced statistics lectures for him. Just prop your phone up and hit record. I really can't fail this class. Everyone immediately replied saying they had him covered. Don't even worry about it, bro. Focus on your dad. We got this. Someone even made a whole schedule of who would record which day. I wasn't in that class, but I watched the chat blow up with support. The messages made it seem like they'd record every word the professor said. Clay came back after 2 weeks looking exhausted, with dark circles under his eyes from sleeping in hospital chairs. First thing he did was ask for the recordings in the group chat. Hey guys, can someone send the stats recordings? Test is Monday. Complete radio silence. Then at 11 p.m., the excuses started flooding in. Someone said their phone storage was full. Another person claimed the professor banned recording. Someone else said the audio was too quiet to hear anything. They were all obviously lying. At 11:45, Clay texted again, practically begging. Please, anything helps. Even voice memos or pictures of the board? Nothing. I watched him panic studying all weekend with just the textbook, trying to teach himself 2 weeks of material. He failed that test with a 52, his first F ever. The next week at our study group, Brett asked Clay where the statistics notes were from the chapters he missed. Clay just stared at him and said quietly, I don't have them. Nobody recorded the lectures. Brett actually laughed. Dude, you should have sent daily reminders or something. We're all juggling stuff too. Then Lynn chimed in while scrolling through her phone. Yeah, it's not our job to manage your absences. That's on you. I tried to jump in. Are you serious? His dad almost died, but Brett cut me off saying Clay chose to miss class, not them. Clay sat there for a minute, completely silent, just looking at his laptop screen. Then he stood up really calmly and turned his computer around so everyone could see. You know what? You're absolutely right. Managing my own stuff is on me. He opened our shared Google Drive that had 4 years of his notes, study guides, and practice tests. Every subject, every semester, perfectly organized. So I'm managing it. He right-clicked on the entire folder. Select all. Delete. Someone literally screamed, what are you doing? Clay kept going, emptying the trash bin so nothing could be recovered. Statistics notes from September? Gone. Organic chemistry study guide? Deleted. That physics final review I spent 20 hours on? Bye. People were grabbing at his laptop, but Clay held it above his head while hitting delete on his phone app too. Lynn started crying because finals were in 3 weeks. I've carried every single one of your GPAs for 4 years. 4 years. And you couldn't record one class for 2 weeks while my dad was dying? He closed his laptop and looked around the room. Good luck with finals. I'm sure you'll all manage just fine juggling your stuff. Then he looked directly at Brett. That statistics final is worth 40% of your grade, right? Better start teaching yourself. He walked out and I followed him immediately. Gave him a hug in the hallway while he finally broke down crying. That was 2 months ago. The group chat exploded with people begging him to share his notes again. 3 people failed their finals. Brett lost his scholarship and had to take summer classes to graduate. Lynn failed organic chemistry and couldn't walk at graduation. 2 others had to delay their college plans. Clay? He aced everything studying alone and got into his dream grad school. Now he charges $50 for a study guide. He only gives me them for free. And honestly, watching everyone else scramble and fail was the most satisfying karma I've ever witnessed. Absolutely brutal for a kid who used to believe in helping everyone.